If you are interested in this makeup look, the perfect soft glam makeup look for date night or a night out with your girls, then stay tuned for the tutorial for this video.
Baby girl.
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Kiara and today we are going to do a soft glam makeup look. Today is my husband's 31st birthday. We are getting ready for dinner and I want to freak my makeup. So let's begin. First things first, we are starting off with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Tint Primer. I love this primer so much. Danessa, you did your big one. Continue, girl, because I love it so much. And I'm very generous with this product. I like to put it in my T-zone because that's where I get the most oiliest. Yeah. So next, I'm coming in with the e.l.f. primer. I am a dewy girl. I love a dewy look. However, the Danessa Myricks primer is very mattifying, which if you're a matte girl, go for it. For me, I love a natural finish, and I feel like these two together really give me that, and it just makes my skin radiate. However, what's most important before you even do your makeup is skin prep, skin prep, skin prep. So girl, do your skin prep. Also, y'all, I'm coming through with the Black Radiance color corrector. I like to color correct all of my blemishes, so that means right here at my chin, which is my problem area. I do my mustache because I be having a 5 o'clock shadow, and I do underneath my eyes. And then of course I just blend. I have hormonal cystic acne, so under my chin sometimes I hit that because your girl be needing that. Now I'm coming through with the Sonia Kashuk brush. It's a very dense brush, and this is what I use to blend out my color corrector only. Nice light taps, because I really want this color corrector to get inside of my skin and really pack it down and do its job. Also, if anyone has any tips on how to like lighten the areas around your mouth, please let me know. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that anymore. No shade. And so like that area is not lighting up, and it's an area that I find that makes me self-conscious these days. And don't be afraid to go in with some more color corrector if you need it. I mean, I'd rather have just enough versus having areas that needed more, and I hope that makes sense. Now I'm gonna come in with my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Tint and my LA Pro Color Blue Pigment. If you know, you know. A lot of times with these particular foundations, they really pull out the orangeness of my skin or a brown skin, and blue pigment really helps kind of mute that out and give you more of like a neutral olive finish. I love how that looks on my skin, so I will show y'all my ratio. I am wearing the color 11. Also, all of the products will be linked down below, so feel free to tap in. So I'm coming through with a lot of foundation this go around because I really want for this to be a full coverage look. So I typically do 2-part foundation, 1 part blue pigment. I grab a little random brush and I mix and mix and mix. And the color will oxidize on my face perfectly. I might need some more. Okay, y'all see that? Just trust the process. Now I'm gonna come through with this Real Techniques Fluffy Face Brush number 202. I like to take my Milani Make It Last primer to spray my brush just to get it a little damp, not soaking, just damp. Now with tapping motions, I like to just tap this foundation into my skin to really press it in there, like so. Beautiful, Yes, look at this finish. And take that foundation all around your face, your chin, and down to your neck. The girlies did not lie. Wear your foundation. Okay, wear your foundation. I am a concealer girl through and through, but I'm telling you now, the foundation is very much needed. Now, while I'm giving the foundation time to just set, let's do eyebrows. But my eyebrow tech gave us a eyebrow styling and aftercare gel type of eyebrow gel. Yeah, and so I like to use this as my first step to just brush my eyebrow hairs, get them nice and tamed, get them going in the direction that I want for them to go. And if I want a stronger hold, I will then go in with the NYX brow glue. Give those time to dry. Now, while those are drying and trying to set in place, I am now going to come in with my two favorite concealers. It is the Patrick Ta Soft Blur Brightening Concealer and the Kosas Concealer. Love these two products. They are so hydrating, and as a girl who loves a dewy look, yeah, these are tea. I love them so much. So I'm gonna come in with the Patrick Ta first. That is my brightening shade. So she's gonna be placed in the corner of my eye, on top of my forehead, above my lip, and on top of my chin. And then I'm going to take my Kosas concealer, and she's going to be on the outer corner of my eye. While that is drying down, I am going to come through with my Milani Make It Last just to give me a little bit of hydration. And now I'm going to go back to focusing on my eyebrows. So now that my eyebrows have set, I'm going to come through with my NYX Lift and Sculpt pen to give me a little bit more fullness in the areas that are more sparse on my eyebrows, like right here. Now I'm gonna come through with my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel to just fill my eyebrows in with where I added some extra coverage to. Now with the Kosas concealer, I'm going to use that to sculpt out my eyebrows. So for my concealer, I use two brushes. I use the Real Techniques Brightening Concealer Brush and the Real Techniques Expert Concealer Brush. I like to use them both for two different things. So to really pack in the color, I'm going to go in with this angled brush first. In a tapping motion, you start from the bottom, work your way out, and then back in. Hopefully that makes sense. And we're not dragging this product, we are literally tapping across our eye. And for the bridge of my nose, I'm gonna come through with this more dense brush and just kind of tap up a little bit. I'm loving it already. Alright, so now I'm going to just find me a random brush to just kind of brush out that concealer above my eyebrow. Just to, you know, make it blend into my eyelid and kind of use it as like a base for my eyeshadow. I'm not doing anything special on my eyeshadow. Just going to use bronzer and probably like a dark eyeshadow. I'm not really good at eyeshadow, but I'm learning how to really get good at it because I love how eyeshadow can really just bring a look together and like snatch it up. So now I'm going to come through with my Juvias Place Bronzer in the color Amber. This stuff is so pigmented. I love it so much. I am a bronze girl, so I don't spare this product at all. And while I'm also doing my bronze, I'm going to come through with my Rare Beauty blush in the color Happy. I am probably going to use a lot of this because I noticed that for me, I need this product to be packed on heavy in order for me to see it. Am I the only one that experiences that with this product? I see on some women where it's like they use one little dot and like that's it. For me, I fear I need a couple. You know what I'm saying? So while that is kind of drying down, doing this, it's 1-2. I'm dropping everything. Coming through with my bronzer brush. I'm gonna make sure this product has coated this brush. You see that? Y'all see that pigment? Yeah. And I will tap off some excess, and just in like a tapping motion across my forehead, I am gonna use my bronzer to just bring back some color to my face. Now, before I even go in with my bronzer, I am gonna blend out my blush. At this point in my makeup routine, I am just trying different things. So sometimes I go in with bronzer first, then blush, but right now I'm going in with blush first because I really want this blush to make a statement on my face tonight. So I'm coming in, I'm going up the cheek and a little bit under the eye. Now, I think when I use this blush, my brush is too dense. So I realized that I think a lot of the time my brush is taking a lot of the blush away. So that's why I always have to go back in and reapply it. So I probably should look into a new brush when doing my blush. So in another tapping motion, we're trying to connect that bronzer to the forehead as well, just to give it a more seamless look. And just make sure you use tapping motions, because sometimes I've noticed that when you just go straight in and just trying to get it to your face, it will leave like a mark of demarcation of like, okay, I know for a fact that you started to put you applied your bronzer right there. So I noticed that when doing your makeup, tapping motions and blending really will become your best friend, especially if you, like I said, if you want that seamless look. Yeah. All right, we're gonna take this dense little like eyeshadow brush, grab some of the cream bronzer, and just slowly start to carve out my nose. So I'm starting underneath my eyebrow and I'm bringing it down to my nose. Alrighty, so right now this is a step where I'm looking at my face, I'm pulling out my flashlight, I'm looking at making sure everything is blended. Sometimes the lighting can really make your makeup look off, so just making sure you're going through before you get any powders to set anything, just looking at everything, making sure it's nice and blended and it's to your liking. So for example, I noticed that under my eye needs a little bit more blending, so I'll just blend that out as well to make sure it's perfect how I like it. Under the eye, we're gonna come through with the Juvias Place finishing powder in the color Cotton Candy. I'm really loving a pink powder these days. Don't get me wrong, I love my Huda Beauty finishing powder in the color Canufa, but I noticed it's too much yellow. Get this nice and coated, tap off that excess, and immediately start going underneath the eye. And I'm using this powder everywhere I put concealer. Now we're coming through with my Nars Bronzer in the color Laguna 08 to set all of my bronze areas. And then I'm taking two Sephora blushes. This color is Hey Jealousy. This color is Fascinated. And I like to mix these two and put them on top of my Rare Beauty blush. It really brings out like the pinkness of that blush, and I love that so much. So I'm thinking first I'm gonna come through with blush. Yeah, we'll do blush first, and then I just come in and immediately set this blush. Same thing, tapping motions. Ooh. She's tea. Okay. Taking this nice fanned out brush, just kind of tapping it on my bronzer, you know, just getting it nice and coated. Same thing, we're just tapping the areas that I bronze. So that forehead, my cheek, right under that blush. Sometimes I mix it in with the blush to really make sure everything is cohesive. Now we're gonna take our Sephora Microsmooth powder and set all the areas that I did not set that my foundation is at. So under my chin, my nose, and just any areas. I'm also using this to wipe off any excess powder that may be left from when I had set my concealed areas. I'm just kind of like tapping areas where I still see shine. So we have our black NYX eyeliner. This is supposed to be waterproof, okay? Q-tip, and we're gonna just dry that bottom lash. I also heard breathe out your nose to keep your eyes from watering. So I'm trying to do both. Come out like this, like so. Y'all see that? Okay. Then we're gonna bring it up. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And now what I'm gonna do is give this time to dry because I don't want to make my eyes water. Now I'm gonna take this flat, I think this is like a crease brush, and now I'm just gonna kind of, what is it, smudge this area out here because I want like a smudged look. I want it to come all the way out and smudge this area. You will set your eyeliner with some black or the darkest shade of eyeshadow you have to just make sure it doesn't go anywhere. So you're just gonna take some and just tap that upper bottom lash line just to set it. So one thing I've noticed about just doing my makeup is you gotta set everything. If you don't want it to move, crease, or any sweat or anything to get through, set it. Set it, set it, just set it, set it, set it, just set it. Set that, okay? And then in the same color with a fluffy brush, whatever you have, I'm gonna take that same color, just a couple of dabs, and just kind of the eyelid itself, just darken it with that same eyeshadow. So you're gonna have your bronzer color on the outer end, and then on the inner end, on the inside, you're gonna have this dark color. Now you're supposed to curl your lashes and then apply your mascara or apply your lashes, and then next will be lip combo, girl. So I'm gonna come through with my Extensionist mascara by L'Oreal. Oh, and the eyeshadow palette I'm using is the Milani and the Gilded Mini. Girl, boo. And we're just gonna do the first layer of mascara. We're gonna start with the top. And even with this process, you are breathing out of your nose so that way your eye does not water. And now, I think I definitely want my lashes a little darker, so I'm gonna come through with my L'Oreal Lash Paradise. This is a thicker wand, like she's thick, okay? Come through, and I'm just gonna, you know, get those ends of my lashes just to give me more. Yeah, sometimes I feel like that's just enough. As far as the bottom lashes, I really struggle sometimes at application, but it's okay. We're all learning together. And now it's time for the lip combo. So I'm going to take off this gloss. I am wearing the Eadem in the Sakura. How you pronounce it, y'all? What is that? In the Sakura Shaved Ice. This color is so pretty, as y'all can tell. I had my lips glossy throughout this entire video, so this is going to be definitely in the lip combo. My Morphe Lip Liner in the color Trendsetter. So we're going to go outline my lips. Ooh, that might be a little too dark, but we're gonna make it work, trust. Okay. Take a finger pointing middle ring, don't matter, and just kind of blend that out into your lips. Cute. And now I'm gonna come through with my NYX lip liner in the color Cold Brew to just kind of go over that darkness of the Morphe Trendsetter. With my lip combos, I just be trying anything, like whatever I feel. Like it really just don't be mattering. I just do whatever I like at the time. So perfect. So now I'm gonna come through with my Eadem lip gloss as like the base. She is so tea. Ooh, I love her so much. Y'all see the material? Please tell me y'all see the material. Oh. You gotta hit your happy dance. When your makeup is tea, you just have to dance because you already know you. Ooh. Anyway, so now I'm gonna come through with my Morphe drip glass in the color Nude Gleam. I'm gonna put that strictly in my middle to bring that pinkness that I'm looking for. So just a little 1-2. Little 1-2. I love her. She is T. She is T-E-A. Woo woo. Ah. 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 And last but not least, again, girl, just a quick 1-2. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, and so this is the finished look. I love it so much. It is so pretty. I think this is the perfect date night look. It is the perfect date night look. Everything looks so good, nice and blended. Please leave your comments, leave your reviews down below. Let me know if you tried this look. Let me know if this look was easy, was it hard? If you want more of this, I really love this look. I really want to hone in on my eyeshadow, so I think I am going to start a series on just trying to perfect the perfect eyeshadow look for every day, for occasion, just whatever it is. Like, I think this is going to be the start to that. So thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.